Alright guys, this is just a quick video. I had a couple of friends of mine locally in the area, because I live here in Florida, asking me about how do you get 3 screens to work with NVIDIA, because ATI, you have their Tri-Fire, whatever, their Crossfire stuff, and well, with NVIDIA it's pretty easy. All you are is stretching the screen, that's it. Same thing with what ATI does, except there's a little bit more complicated and kind of more of a headache. NVIDIA should just plug in and play. The only thing, same thing with ATI, you just got to make sure that you have 3 of the same screen. I'm not sure if that's true with ATI, but NVIDIA, you just got to make sure you have 3 of the same screen. Same thing if I wanted to go 3D. I can go 3D with my NVIDIA cards that I have in there with my 580s. But I don't have any 3D screens. They do put out the right, megahertz that are over 120, yada yada yada. They just don't have 3D capability. Although in some cases, I'm sure I can rig it the way I want to and still play it if I had glasses, which I don't. But what you're seeing play behind me is Oblivion. I've only played this game halfway through, and then I always end up restarting it, then playing it halfway through, then restarting it. I don't know why I'm kind of retarded like that. I always like to try the new people, different ways of playing things, and I never freaking really get a full game in. Not even anymore. With any game I play, I usually start, restart, that kind of thing. I think the last one that I finished was Mass Effect 2. And I unfortunately screwed up and deleted that. It was a big mistake. And now I gotta play it all the way through. But this is Oblivion. It's on 3 screens. These are 3 42-inch LCD screens. I did one in LED in the middle to make it a little bit better, sharper picture, but I kind of figured it would throw it off. And these are not name brand. These are not, the highest quality TVs you could possibly get. Why? Because I am not rich. These are hands-free TVs. They work great. They're 1080. So, everything works lovely with it. It's just the screen moving around in Oblivion. It's circling my character right now. But it works well. It's not hard to do this. It really isn't. You can get 20-inch monitors now. You can buy some seriously cheap monitors. They're having pretty much like a monitor giveaway this month. I know it here in Florida at CompUSA. I don't know if you guys have one around in your areas or whatnot. But at CompUSA, they're having quite a lot going on there with their discounts up to 50% off of their monitors. But that's only through the month, I think it's of October. I'm not positive of that. Because they keep sending me emails and they want me to spend more and more money there. Because I'd spend a lot. Used to, anyway. Monitors like a company called iInc. Very cheap monitors. I used to have 3 28-inch monitors. They cost $300 a pop, and at the time I only got them for like $220. Yeah, about $220. I bought each of them. That's a lot of money to be spending on monitors. So I was like, well, what the hell, why do I have 3 of those? So I said, to hell with it. I invested, spent $200 more per TV. Well, these are about 6 for 42 inches. That's what I got at the time. I couldn't get them for anything less. $600. Actually, they're a little bit less than that, I think, because of my discount. But that's if you had a discount. But it's roughly about $600 per TV. So I decided to spend the money I had. I've been waiting all my life to do this, so boom. It's my hobby. I like to do it. I have a nice computer at the bottom. My CPU is overclocked. My GPUs, you guys know the whole bit. But this is up on 3 screens. It's Oblivion. This does not work with all games. I will tell you that right now. Not all games work like this. NBA H2K, what was it? 2K11 or 2K12. I don't know if 2K12 will, but 2K11 it doesn't match up the screen properly. Like if I wanted to, let me get back in the view here. Oh, it's raining right now, so I'll just throw some fireballs around. They never stop going anywhere. Doesn't matter unless I hit something and something gets pissed off and comes up at me, but I mean, I'm playing at a rather high frame rate. I know this is well over 60, so Oy! So I know it's working well. I did have it working well with Arma 2. Now, I don't know why. I tried it this morning, and I cannot get it to work properly, and I don't know what I did wrong. But for some reason, Arma 2's not working. So I'm like, shit, oh well, you know, what are you going to do? I played it with, God, all your first-person shooters usually will work with it fine, except for Borderlands. Borderlands is another one that will not sync up with the screen. It will not really fill up. It's like way too big. You're like zoomed in all the way on just the barrel of the gun and everything. All your icons are like huge. So it's really off-centered, more or less. That's not the right term, but a lot of your games, Amnesia, another game that works really well with this. What else? There's so many games that work with it, though. Need for Speed Shift works great. Flight Simulator, for anybody who does Flight Simulator, works really well. Good God. Any of your games really will work nice with it. You just got to make sure, you know, some games like Mass Effect 2, certain games that are only fixated at 19 by 1080 or, you know, 1080 that are really fixed, that's as high as their resolution really will go. As far as staying on one screen, that's what it's made for, it's just one screen. Some of your games nowadays, especially with the Unreal Engine, it's not really my favorite engine that people use in video games because it does not sync up. But I can play Batman, which uses the Unreal Engine all the way over, but none of the other games like Bulletstorm and so on, they will not sync up. Don't know why. Waiting to see if there's some kind of codex somebody can put in for me or give to me or hand out to me in some of the games. Like Borderlands, I did have it, and now I freaking forgot with a flip of a switch you can change it up. But right now, this is just a quick vid, and there you go.